Hello and welcome to the weekly Global Heartstream. I'm Gabriel Gonzalez, a professional coach, artist, and speaker who enjoys traveling the world, connecting with amazing people, and talking about the longest, most rewarding journey that you'll ever embark on, the 12-inch journey between your head and your heart. Through individual and group coaching programs, online courses, and live seminars, I teach a heart-centered approach to personal mastery, leadership development, and spiritual growth that helps people become the most loving, joyful, and powerful version of themselves. The Global Heartstream is a weekly dedicated space to help you reconnect with your heart, raise your vibrational frequency, and remind you just how powerful, loving, and amazing you already are. It's also an invitation to unify our hearts with the intention of bringing more love, compassion, and healing to a world that so desperately needs it. You can find out more about my work by visiting gabrielgonzalez.com, where you can also sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, and register for my upcoming seminars. And if you enjoy this Heartstream, please be sure to subscribe, like, or comment so that we can reach more people and help make this a more loving, compassionate, and heart-centered world. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the weekly Heartstream. I'm your host, Gabriel Gonzalez, broadcasting live on this beautiful, sunny Wednesday as we get very, very, very close to the end of the month of March. I was almost at spring, but it's actually the opposite. It's the beginning of spring. Welcome, everybody. I'm at home here in Granada, and I welcome you all into my studio space. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Maria Rinaldi. Sanación. You need to learn that if you're going to be asking me questions in Spanish. Maria Rinaldi Sanación. That's how you say Maria Rinaldi healing. Hello, Cindy. It is hard day on the planet. Hello, Sonia. Welcome, you newbie. Yeah, to the live ones, of course. Hello, Mariette, all the way out in South Africa. Welcome, Danny, over in Romania. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being with me today. Today, we are talking about reclaiming your true self as part of a series of conversations we've been having this entire month on not just emotional healing, but reintegrating our shadows and what it means to be a heart warrior. And speaking of that, let me take you through a few announcements I want to make. Have you wanted to work with me for a long time? Well, this is your opportunity to spend 3 months with me every week by joining the Heart Warrior training program. It's an invitation to attain a higher level of emotional self-mastery, learn how to integrate your shadows, do a tremendous amount of cleaning of your inner space, unblocking your heart, letting go of all blocks, embracing your shadows, and rising to a new level of radical self-compassion with you, with other people, so that you can become a more loving, joyful, and powerful version of yourself. Earlier today, we had an info Q&A call, which I posted here on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in this program and you want to learn more about the program, the cost, what do we cover, and all of that, definitely look for the video that I posted about an hour ago, where I take you through that information. Okay, it's only about 30 minutes long, and so it'll be well worth your time. You'll learn more about what heart warriorship is all about. Okay, and if you're interested in signing up, just go to my website, gabrielgonzalez.com. You can go to the upcoming event schedule or group trainings, and you'll find the link to learn more about the program or sign up. Also, those of you who are interested in a soulmate level kind of relationship and doing all the inner work that will ultimately lead to the arms of your beloved, definitely check out my revised Path to Soulmate Love, a 7-step guide to help you find true love and lasting romance. That's also available on my website. Also want to let you know that This week, I published an article you may find really interesting on the 7 habits of emotionally intelligent people. Okay, I cover in essence the very same skills that you get to develop during the Heart Warrior training program and the Heart Leader training program as well. It's on my blog, and also to finalize all the announcements. Um, I started these series of guides that cover each of the main major topics that my work is really about. It came as the need. I constantly get asked a lot of questions via email and just people also on the comment section. What is heart intelligence? How do you do this practice? How do you do this? What does this mean? What does emotional self mastery mean? And so what I'm doing is I'm creating a series of 12 foundational guides where I really break it down for you with lots of links for further readings and where the main resources are where you can deepen your understanding. And this week I published the first one, which is basically the Heart Intelligence Primer. It basically is a guide that takes you through exactly what heart intelligence is, the core practice to activate your heart intelligence, the vagus nerve's role, how do you stimulate the vagus nerve, the different kinds of coherence, what heart rate variability is, and why is that so important in terms of being able to determine your health and predict your future health. Heart rate variability training, something you may have never heard of, but it's something that I do all the time. Okay. And so if you go to my website, you should see now a new little window or menu item that says guides. And there you will find the first one, the Heart Intelligence Primer. The guides will include a guide for each topic, as I said. So the next one will be on the foundations of heart-centered living. The next one will be on emotional self-mastery, manifesting from the heart, compassionate communication, emotional healing and recovery, heart intelligence coaching, creating clients and enrollment, the foundations of a heart-centered business, the path of transcendence, which is what I refer to here normally as the path of personal Christhood, and obviously heart leadership, which is the term that I picked to embody all of these different topics, because I believe that there are, in essence, skills that a heart leader must develop. Okay, so definitely check that out. Welcome, Sue. Hello, Geraldine. Welcome from Ireland. I wonder where Irish is. Hello, Payule from sunny California. Hello, lovely to have you here. Those of you who are chosen to remain quiet but fully present. All right, let's dive into today's main topic, which is this theme we're wrapping up this month of shadow integration, and especially reclaiming your true self. What does that mean? Well, I want you to think of you as two selves in one, kind of like an Oreo. That's just the image that came to me when I was just saying this. You got two Oreos, you got two sides and cream in the middle. Yes. Think about the Oreo has like this layer, right, on the outside that is crusty, that is strong, and it's kind of trying to protect something very sweet and yummy, but at the same time, very, very, very tasty inside. I mean, I remember as a kid, just as an aside comment, my sister and I would actually take a whole thing of Oreo cookies and we would open them up and we would just like scrape all the sugar from the center and we make a little ball with it and then just like eat just the sugar part of it. Well, I want you to think of the little sugar inside the Oreo as your essential self, as a part of you that is somewhat hidden, yet you can kind of connect with it sometimes. But it's your spiritual essence. It's a part of you that is infinite. It's a part of you that cannot be destroyed. It's a part of you that is always connected to the divine. It's your essential self. And by its own nature and definition, it's infinite. But then there's this other part of you that is your human self. Think of it as your personality, your ego, your facade, your mask. In fact, the word personality comes from the Greek persona, which means mask. And so this is the accumulation of your wounding, your programming, traumas, everything that you have repressed, suppressed, everything you've been told, like, don't do this is bad, this is evil, this is dark, you should not do this. Like, everything that you've been told is undesirable, broken with you, should not be seen. All right. And so the outer layer is an accumulation of like all of this thing, the programming, the facade, and everything that we sort of hold. But beyond all these things, as I said, there's like the little white in the Oreo. There's the essence. There's what's inside. And so the essence is the self with a big S, because it's infinitely more powerful than the other one, which is a human fabrication. Our personalities are fabricated. They're a human creation. It's created, as I said, as a result of our social conditioning, as what we inherit from our culture, from our society, our parents, priests, our religions, our social norms, our morale, like all of that. It's an accumulation of that. And so what we want to do then is to begin to tap more and more and more into this big S and surrender more and more and more of the little self, the fabrication. And in doing that, we are aligning more and more and more with our essence. From that perspective, life begins to flow in a really wonderful way. You begin to connect more with the essence of other people. You, instead of being just purely controlled or manipulated by the form or the world of the senses, you begin to operate more from your inner senses, which is one of the things that heart intelligence allows you to do as you develop this awareness within you. And so there's the Oreo. There's the little self, which is the human fabrication. Elizabeth Clare Prophet, in all her books about the ascended master, she refers to this as the dweller on the threshold. In other words, it's the false self that is dwelling in pretending to be the essential self. But it can never be that, because this little self, as I said, it's a fabrication. And so the journey towards reclaiming our true selves means, in essence, letting go and surrendering all these different aspects that are not us. If you notice, the spiritual journey is, in essence, not a journey of acquisition. It appears that it is like that. It appears we read a book and we acquire some wisdom, and we acquired a new practice and maybe a new spiritual buddy, and we acquired a new training and new set of skills, as I said, right? But it really is more about letting go and surrendering of all these false notions that you've accumulated throughout your life about yourself, all these limited beliefs, all these things that you thought, this is how life is supposed to be, this is who I am supposed to be, this is how I am supposed to be. Letting it all go so that more and more this essential self, which is in essence your holy Christ self, can rise, can shine, so that you can then begin to operate more from that space of infinite possibilities, which is that space of compassion, of love, and appreciation. From that space, wisdom begins to flow from you in ways like it never had before. You just seem to know exactly what to do, where to go, who to talk to. There's a sense of being in greater alignment with life. And the reason is very simple, because the essence of this essential self is the energy of unconditional love. In fact, Christ consciousness is just a fancy name for unconditional love. That's really the energy that Jesus the Christ ushered into this planet. That level of unconditional love had not existed on this planet to that degree, in which the master brought it and anchored it on this planet. When he did that, when he gave his life for us, for all of us, for all of humanity, what he did in that moment, he erased the level of compassion, and he raised the level of, therefore, of unconditional love within the planet. That is the exact same thing that is happening inside of us. What I've been talking about as the path of personal Christhood, or the path of transcendence, is transcending this little self that likes to believe it's God, likes to believe I'm the one making my life happen. No. Beyond that limited self, there's an infinite self that is really who is in command of your life. When you begin to surrender everything you thought, everything you believed, and you begin to align with this more infinitely loving, wise, powerful version of yourself or aspect within yourself, then this part of yourself begins to guide you. That's what it means to give your life to Jesus, to surrender your life to Jesus. It's not about surrendering into some imaginary like superhero from some movie that we made Jesus to be. It's like, no, you're surrendering into the fire of unconditional love, everything that is not you. And you're allowing everything that is not you to fall away so that you can rise more and more and more as the son and the daughter of God that you really are. What we've been believing or thinking and even taught is happening out there somewhere, or it happened 2,000 years ago, it's actually something that is happening inside your own awareness, consciousness, your own psyche. The word psyche means soul. It's happening inside of you all the time, moment to moment. Which is why Carl Jung, who knew this, who understood this, because he understood the archetypical forces that govern this, spoke about the importance of being a heart warrior, and also spoke about how this battle between this essential self and this false self has to really be fought inside the heart. And what that basically means, it has to be fought with compassion, with a tremendous amount of compassion for ourselves. And so we all have within ourselves aspects of ourselves that we don't like, that we feel afraid or ashamed to show others. Because, oh my God, if somebody finds out that I do this at night when nobody's watching, or, oh my God, if people were to find out I have this side of me that does this, right? The idea is to, that part of you that you believe is wrong, is broken, you should be ashamed of, or whatever. It's about embracing that aspect of yourself and allowing that aspect of yourself to receive the same love that you give those parts of you that you deeply accept and you're not ashamed to publicize on your Facebook feed or your Instagram or whatever. Loving them equally. So I want you to like paint this image in your mind of a soccer team. I remember when I was in high school, I really sucked at soccer. I mean, I'm Venezuelan. I'm supposed to play soccer, but as you may have guessed, like team sports was never really my thing. I prefer like swimming, riding horses. I prefer individual sports. But I had to play because I went to a Catholic prep school and these team sports were mandatory. And so, they forced me to play football. And when I was like the guy who accidentally like made his auto goals, like, I scored a goal against my own team by accident because I was trying to pass the ball to the goalie and then accidentally scored a goal. So guess what happened? Came time where we were doing like this intervarsity games. Where was Gabriel? Well, Gabriel was in the bench. He did not go out and play. Why? Because they did not want me to score an auto goal and, our team would lose. I would not. I don't blame them. And I preferred it that way because I was ashamed also of how I played. And so it's like, well, I'd rather not play. I'd rather just read a book while I sit, in the bleachers or, the dugout, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called, on the bench. And so think about this team. It's also something that's happening inside of you. Within you, there are different aspects of your personality, parts of you that you think are undesirable, are broken, are not good enough, are too dark, too scary to look at, whatever, that you'd rather just keep them like my team captain, the team captain like kept me like on the bench. And so you don't want them. You don't want them to come out and play. You don't want them to be part of the game. But here's what happens. When you don't acknowledge those parts of you, when you sweep them under the rug, when you keep them locked up in a closet and hiding, well, what do little children do when you lock them up in a room? They become mischievous, and next thing you know, they're lighting up a fire inside the room. I used to do that, by the way, when I was a kid. My brother and I, every time we would be traveling, my brother and I, we had this thing. We would pull out the toilet paper from the hotel bathroom, and then we would light up the toilet paper on fire. So it would be like like in the cartoons when they light up the dynamite, and then it's just like burning through. And so we would love watching the toilet paper burn. You figure it out. And so my parents always knew, like, if they were ignoring us, we would get into trouble. Well, that's exactly the same thing that happens when you ignore these different aspects of yourself. They get you into trouble. They show up. They reveal themselves when you least expect them, or they exert the kind of pressure that will ultimately then lead you to hurting other people, or might even be the underlying cause of some of your addictions. Right? All these aspects of yourself, just like every team player within a soccer team, deep down, what they're all longing for is just to feel that they're part of the whole. They feel like they're part of the team, and to say like, okay, well, okay, well, my gift is actually autogol. So if you need somebody to commit some autogols, and so like I'm the guy for that, and that's my gift. So every part of you has a gift. It might not be the gift for every occasion, but the idea is to love all these aspects of yourself unconditionally. This is what radical self-compassion ultimately is about, is loving this deep, dark, scary aspects of yourself. As you love them, as you embrace them, they begin to lose power over you. And you, in essence, you allow them to come home, and you become more whole as a result. That's the journey of reclaiming your true self. I want to sing a cappella, if you don't mind, a song from Adrian Friedman's Lotus Rising. So, in case you're not aware, Lotus Rising, it's a hymnario by one of my mentors, teachers, and friends, Adrian Friedman, who has inspired me. He's been an important part on my journey of reclaiming my musical gifts. And in here, he's got a song. It's number 36. It's called "Song of the Moon." I'd like you to please listen to this song with your heart. It goes like this. Well, I went on a journey to heal my soul and to find all the missing parts. It was a journey to return to the field of the whole and to shine in the depth of my heart. And when I saw all the flowers a-playing in the garden, a tear came to my eyes. And then I called to the powers, I prayed for pardon, a voice told me to arise. And then I opened my arms, I looked to the sky, I called to the powers above to purify my soul, illuminate my heart, give me strength, give me light, give me love. And then I went on a journey to the depth of the sea. The currents were dark and strong. And then I called to my mother to comfort me. And that's when I heard this song. It was a song of freedom, a song of healing, a song of courage and love. It was a song of the forest, a song of the moon. It was the song of the hummingbird. Well, I went on a journey to heal my soul and to find all the missing parts. It was a journey to return to the field of the whole and to shine in the depths of my heart. This is the journey. The journey where we go to find all these missing parts that we have disowned along the journey. Parts of us that we as little innocent children believed were wrong, were undesirable, were too dark, were undeserving. And we're doing this to become more whole. Because by becoming more whole, you become more you. By becoming more you become more powerful. By becoming more you, more powerful, you become more authentic. And what this world really needs right now more than anything is people who are authentic, who are being themselves. People who are willing to go through the journey and reclaim all these different aspects and notice the emphasis here on the heart. Powerful. Now, you notice the song at the very end speaks about the hummingbird. Don't know if you know this, but in the shamanic traditions, Native American shamanic traditions, the hummingbird is a symbol of transformation. And under the Santo Daime tradition, it's a symbol of Christ consciousness. Because Christ consciousness is in essence another word for transformation. That's what this process is about. The hummingbird does something at the level of the laws of physics that it should not be able to do. When you ask scientists, you ask physicists, and they will tell you, like, this little guy should not fly according to the laws of physics, but don't tell that to the hummingbird. So it's the same thing when it comes to reclaiming these different aspects of ourselves. The moment you start calling in the light of love, compassion, and it begins to shine in the depth of your heart, the impossible begins to happen. With that as an introduction, let us now move into this next stage of our time together and use these teachings, these awareness, and even these songs as an introduction to go together to the depth of our hearts and to allow this light within the heart to shine in the darkest places that need healing, to shine upon the faces of all those different aspects of ourselves that we have denied, that we have disowned, that we have escaped. I invite you now to gently close your eyes and bring the awareness to the heart center. And for the next few moments, simply listen to your heart. Listen to your heartbeat. And notice the breath. We bring this focus awareness to that intersecting point where the heartbeat and the breath come together in the heart. now begin to direct this conscious breath now into the heart. Breathing slowly, deeply, and evenly into the heart. Imagine you could breathe straight into the heart. With every breath, you give yourself permission to let go of any unnecessary tension around the head, the neck, the shoulders. Surrendering into this present moment, every thought that rises. Deeply allowing all that rises in your awareness to be part of this experience. We let go of any unnecessary tension around the torso, the arms, the legs. Allowing the breath, this holy breath, to energize your heart and to begin to create the conditions within you that will naturally lead to a state of coherence or unity or harmony. Now we activate the feeling of gratitude. Remembering that it is this feeling of gratitude that opens the heart. And so we think about someone that we feel grateful for, or something that we feel grateful right now. And give ourselves permission to feel this feeling of gratitude. Putting on a smile. Come on, Geraldine, put on a smile. Ben, smile. Shelly, Tina, Deborah, smileys, smile, smile. Suzanne, Trish, Payule, Danny, Teresa, Mary, Cindy, Sonia, Mariette, smile. Everyone, smile. Why? Because smiling begins to change the physiology. Because when you smile and there's appreciation in your heart, there's a multiplying effect. In the name I am that I am, in the name of our holy Christ self, and speaking on behalf of everyone who's here today and anyone who's watching this replay, I connect, harmonize, and unify my heart to the infinitely loving heart of God, knowing that where God is, I am. Where I am, God is. And that right here and right now, my heart is the heart of God beating inside of me. I am one with the heart of God. I am one with the central sun. I am one with the heart of the cosmos. I let this be my new reality. As I now call forth in God's own name, I am the light from the heart of God to shine now in my heart. In all those dark places that need healing. May it shine upon the faces of every aspect of myself that up until now laid in the darkness, scared, ashamed, and in fear. May this light embrace, heal, and restore all parts of our hearts where there's decay, fear, anger, death. Oh, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, let thy grace fall upon our hearts. Restore our hearts to the divine wholeness and the blueprint of the Sacred Heart of Christ, which is the Immaculate Conception in the heart of Mother Mary, and our very own Holy Christ self that lives within each and every one of us. May radical self-compassion make its home now fully in each of our hearts, that we may give ourselves this unconditional acceptance. Acceptance we've been asking or waiting for others to give us, but we're now giving it to ourselves. The approval we've been waiting for someone else to give us, we're now giving it to ourselves. As I now claim, in the name of my own beloved I am and my own Holy Christ self, I deeply love and accept myself. And I trust God's plan for my life. I deeply love and accept myself. And I trust God's plan for my life. I deeply love and accept myself. And I trust God's plan for my life. Knowing that I am part of God. Therefore, I am worthy of God. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of success, abundance, prosperity, health, joy, and all the qualities of God. And by the same name and nature, every part of me, it's part of God. Even the parts I'm most scared to show, to embrace, to look at, they are too a part of God. I then let the light of God shine in all these dark places, recognizing the presence of God even in my own darkness, even in those behaviors, situations, problems, and aspects of myself that I feel ashamed and scared to embrace or to accept. Recognizing in the microcosm the ultimate truth about my life. That I live and breathe in God. And that God is all that there is. There's only one life, and that life is God, and that life is my life here and right now, shining in my heart, bringing life to where there was death, decay, unforgiveness, fear, and anger. Letting every part of myself come back into love, acceptance. For the next few moments, as I continue to breathe in and out of my heart, I extend myself and every part of me this light of radical self-compassion. Choosing to see God in all of it. The name I am that I am, I now call forth every part of my soul that's been missing. I call forth every part of myself that I have projected onto others. I call forth every part of me that I have left behind, ignored, or forgotten about. And in the name of my own Holy Christ self, I now declare, I am whole, perfect, complete. Within me lives an intelligence that knows that it knows that it knows that I am more than my personality, of who and what I have created myself to be. That in Christ I am an infinite being with infinite potential. The capacity to choose who I want to be in this next stage of my life. The capacity to reinvent myself, develop new skills, develop new gifts, and express them with joy in service to the world. In the name I am that I am, I know that within me there's a divine identity that is my very own Holy Christ self. And that this light of Christ is now shining at me. Let this light be magnified. Let it be magnified and let it unite with all the lights emanating from other hearts who are with us here present today. And let the collective of our light now shine upon the world and all those dark places within the world that need healing. Let the light emanating from our hearts in unity with love and compassion now go out to places where there is war, where there's death, where there's pain, anger, confusion. Let this light of compassion that emanates from our hearts go out to everyone and alleviate their suffering. Let our healing be their healing and their healing our healing. For in the heart of God we are one. In the heart of love we connect. In the heart of love we heal. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, beloved archangels of heaven, beloved entire spirit of the great white brotherhood, beloved elemental life, spiritual allies, gurus, teachers, saints, lamas, hear our prayers for the healing of humanity's shadows. Bring the light to the hearts of politicians and leaders. Soften the hearts with compassion. Bring them understanding, clarity. Help them see the higher perspective that can only be seen through the heart. We ask for this in the name of Jesus the Christ, Gautama the Buddha, Sanat Kumara and Lord Maitreya, the Buddhas of compassion. That God and only God may be glorified in our hearts and in the heart of humanity. We release this prayer knowing it is done here and now with gratitude and thanksgiving. Amen. Gently we initiate now our journey back to the full awareness of this physical reality. As we open our eyes and get reacquainted once again, taking a moment to just notice how we're feeling right now, this moment. Christoph, welcome. Hello, Easton Commons Animal Hospital, aka Catalina the O. Welcome. How are you feeling? Could you share a word or two about how you're feeling right now? And then while you're at it, how about also liking this video? As you know, it helps other people find these videos as well. Tree says, thank you for facilitating this beautiful love and light. Feeling grateful, she says. Thank you. Geraldine says, peaceful, wonderful. Sue says, thank you. She feels grateful. Lovely. Handmade by Holly says, thank you. Love it. Mariette says, light. Sonia says, blessed. Tina says, like a rock star. Yay. Like a rock star who's grateful and flying. It's an international rock star, yours, Tina. Christoph says, thank you for this magical meditation. You're an amazing soul. You're welcome. Takes one to know one, Ben. Cindy says, my heart is smiling with love, light, and gratitude. Tony says, never disappointed. Thanks. Blissful. Lovely. Leela says, I feel so calm and peaceful. Thank you, Gabs. I just found you and love it. You're welcome. All handmade. Heart made. Shelly says, thank you. Grateful. Bless. Michelina says, beautiful bliss. Love the song you sang. Yeah, you're welcome. Somebody's asking about Adrian's music. You'll find his music, Adrian Friedman, on Spotify. And these songbooks, you'll find them at his website, adrianfriedman.com. Divine to be back. Thanks, Gab, says Shelley. Sue says, I have illuminated all parts of me. I will do this every day. Mariette says, love your song. Well, you possibly mean my singing, not my song. It's Adrian's song. Paula says, love you, Gabs. Thank you, love. I love you too. Paula is part of the current Heart Leader training program. Actually, a few of you here are. All right. Well, we come to the end of our time together. So I'm very grateful for your comments. And more importantly, I'm really grateful that you're here, sharing your heart, connecting your hearts in the middle of the week. As I can't remember who it was that said at the very beginning, it's Wednesdays is Heart Day. Well, it is. It really is. Michelina says, your song soothed me. I'm very disturbed because of the new medication I'm forced to take for my condition. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad you find some soothing to this song. All right. I want to share something like I was being silly the other day when I was praying, and I was praying out loud. And I noticed the following prayer came out of my mouth. It gave me a good laugh for a while. It's the short form of the Lord's Prayer. You guys want to hear it? It's the short form. It goes like this. Heavenly Father, who lives in my heart, hallowed be thy name, Lub-Dub. Heavenly Father, who lives in my heart, hallowed be thy name, Lub-Dub. If you think of every Lub-Dub as the I am within you, I think you'll get it. All right, my beautiful friends, thank you once again for hanging out with me today, and I'm grateful for your presence again. Remember to stay in your heart, to continue to meditate on your heart, to continue to keep your heart light on like that I think this is Neil Diamond. I can't remember who sings that. Light heart, keep on your heart light. And yeah, keep it on. That's important. More than ever. More than ever. All right. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Ciao. Thank you for joining me in this week's Heartstream. I hope you're walking away feeling more connected to yourself and your divinity, to the planet, to others, and to all of life. Please be sure to subscribe so that you can receive notifications about upcoming broadcasts. And if you would like to sign up for my weekly newsletter, join the Heart Leader community, or register for my upcoming trainings and seminars, be sure to visit my website, gabrielgonzalez.com. Until the next time, please take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. And as always, I send you all my love from my heart to yours. Bye for now.